Our phones are really taking over our life. I'm sure y'all hear that all the time, but it is so true. Our phones have a chokehold on us. We literally cannot go anywhere without our phones. I love TikTok, right? And I was sad to see it get banned and then now it's back, whatever. I think it's such a great way for people to communicate and for people to learn new things and an opportunity for people to make money. However, I I think if used wrong, it can spread a lot of misinformation. We can be so consumed by it because of the endless scrolling. And so I think it's good in moderation. However, that is not the point of this video. Going on your phone isn't a crime, all right? It's fine. However, once it starts to consume your life, that's when it starts to become a problem. And so it's really important for you to be aware of how much time you're spending on your phone and the energy that you're putting into it when you could be putting your energy into something else, something more fulfilling, something that's going to push you further in life and push you further into the goals that you want to achieve. I really want to make an emphasis on living life outside of your phone. You have this whole beautiful life that you can create, and instead you're sitting on your phone consuming content. Not saying that consuming content is bad, because I consume content all the time, and I'm still struggling with setting time limits on my phone. And so I'm guilty of it too. I'm not here to shame you or whatever. I'm just here to make you aware and keep telling you that something needs to change. Get rid of the endless scrolling. Go on your phone with a purpose. Specifically, if you're going on social media apps, give yourself a 15-minute time limit of, I want to check in with friends. I want to check in with family. Or if you're going on TikTok, what are you going on TikTok for? Are you trying to look up a recipe? Are you trying to look up a new hairstyle to do? Like, what is it that you are looking for? And if you're not looking for something specific, and you want to just scroll for a little bit, that's fine. But make sure that you are not going over that limit that you've set for yourself, because it's all right when our bodies sometimes need to just rest. And if you want to sit for an hour and decompress and go on your phone, that is totally fine. Just don't let it consume your whole day. For the past couple weeks, I've been kind of doing both. I've been scrolling on TikTok endlessly because it's funny. There's a lot of shit on there that like I love looking at. And then more specifically, there's other things that I go on to look for, like hair things. Like I am in the process of dyeing my hair. And so I've been looking up different hair dyes and how other people are doing it so that I can achieve the color that I want. And so that's been really useful. But there have been days where I scroll on my phone in bed for like 2 hours straight. And I'm like, oh my God, like something is wrong because that's too long and I don't want to have any brain rot. Instead, find new hobbies. Spend your energy on new hobbies. You want to pick up an instrument? Do it. You want to start knitting? Great. Like look up videos on how to knit and start learning. But fill your time with these hobbies instead of filling your time with your phone. Get outside more. Go on hikes, go on walks, go to parks. Start journaling outside, start meditating outside, be with the earth, be in a clean environment. Our phones already consume us so much. Don't let it consume your whole being. I'm sure you've kind of heard other videos talking about create more, consume less. And like they're completely right. Share your ideas with other people because people are always going to consume. We're always going to consume content unless we delete like everything off of our phones and we just live very remotely in the mountains, whatever. But instead of consuming so much, why don't you create more? Why don't you showcase what you're creating? Showcase your hobbies. Spend your life creating beautiful things instead of just watching people through your phone doing the things that you want to do. 'Cause that's no help. It does get really sad when you go on your phone and you are scrolling on social media and you see really cool things. Like, oh, like I would love to do that. That sounds so much fun. Do it then. Like, don't hold yourself back from doing those things. If you want to go travel to another country because you saw somebody else traveling and it looked really cool, then set yourself up for that. Find ways that you can push yourself further to achieving that goal. If you can't afford it right now, then what are things you can do short term that are going to push you to that goal? Do you need a passport? Do you need to pay off some debts? Do you need to figure out pet care for your pet for when you go on vacation? Like, what are things that you can do right now that'll make you happy, but also push you further to that goal so it doesn't seem as overwhelming or as impossible to do? Enjoy life through your eyes and not through your phone screen or your lens. Like, I have seen so many people on vacations or having such cool experiences, and the whole time they are on their phones. They're looking down on their phones, or they're recording everything, like everything, taking pictures of everything, recording everything. And that's fine to an extent, I think, because I like to remember the experiences and the trips that I went on. But when you're not taking in the landscape and the culture around you through your eyes and just through your lens, like, you miss so many cool opportunities, experiences, conversations. It needs to stop. Stop living life through your phone screen, your phone lens. Start living it through your eyes. Again, I've been guilty of this because I want to remember every single detail, but then you realize that you missed out on so much, and it's kind of just like a waste. And so don't let that go to waste. Take every opportunity you can and live it to the fullest. I have jojoba oil or almond oil or something in my hair, and Valkyrie decided that she wanted to eat it. So please stop. By limiting our time with our phones and specifically social media, I think we set ourselves up better for the future. With my experience with social media, I have been on and been endless scrolling and comparing myself to people and their life, and that just didn't do me any good. That made me like feel really depressed about where I was in life, and like I just couldn't stop consuming that content because it kind of was like I'm living through those people, but also like it also made me like really sad that I wasn't actually living that life. And so I had to kind of take a step back and think of how I wanted to live my life and the goals that I wanted to achieve instead of watching somebody achieve the goals that I want to do. Also with like comparison with beauty, like I would always compare myself to other women and think like, why can't I look like that? Why can't I have hair like that? Why can't I have skin like that? Like, what's wrong with me? And like, my body doesn't look like that, and it doesn't look as good as that. And it's like, social media is so dangerous. It's so incredibly dangerous to the mind. I've had to take a step back from social media. I don't really go on Instagram anymore. Like, I'll post something every once in a while, but I don't scroll on Instagram anymore. Like, if I see something that I like, I'll repost it or add it to my story, but I don't go on Reels. I don't do any of that. I kind of want to start deleting my social medias, but it's hard because like that's how I connect with like family members or, you know, see updates on people's lives or people that I haven't seen in a while. I get to see what they're up to in life, and that's always fun. But I think, again, it goes back to limiting your time on social media and really setting the intention of what you're going to do when you go on. If you can also create while you consume content, that is also super great. Like, for example, I play a lot of video games, and so I'm consuming a lot of content. I sometimes would feel like bad about the amount of video games that I play, but I realize that I can turn this into a hobby and something I enjoy doing. And so I started streaming with my friend. So I stream my games now. So I'm still creating content and I'm still consuming it at the same time. And it makes me feel a little bit better about, spending my nights playing video games because I'm building up another platform on like Twitch and my other YouTube channel with video game content. If you can find ways to do that of like the things that you're consuming, like if you are on TikTok, like can you start creating content for TikTok? By the way, if y'all are interested in watching me stream, I'll put my Twitch channel down below. It's been super fun. I mean, I don't have a lot of followers, but like even still, like it's still fun to get the occasional comment from somebody. Me and my friend have a lot of fun just talking and hanging out and just kind of not really worrying about the stream in the background because it's just fun. It's something that I've always wanted to do and now I'm doing it. And so it makes me feel really good to accomplish one of my goals. And so I hope the same for you of finding that balance of create and consume. That's all I had for today of really limiting your time with your phone, creating more, consuming less. Find ways to use your phone less. And I know that's really hard with the world that we live in, and in society we really need our phones for different things. But try to find ways to limit that interaction that you have with your phone. Get out there and live through your eyes and not through your phone. Bye.